All right, on to chapter 5 we go. The first time I met Crenshaw was about 3 years ago, right after first grade ended. It was early evening and my family and I had parked at a rest stop off the highway. I was lying on the grass near a picnic table, gazing up at the stars, blinking to life. I heard a noise. Wheels on gravel, skateboard sound. I sat up on my elbows. Sure enough, a skater on a board was threading his way through the parking lot. I could see right away that he was an unusual guy. He was a black and white kitten, a big one, taller than me. His eyes were the sparkly color of morning grass. He was wearing a black and orange San Francisco Giants baseball cap. I hopped off his board and headed my way. He hopped off of his board and headed my way. He was standing on 2 legs just like a human. Meow, he said. Meow, I said back because it seemed polite. He leaned close, sniffed my hair. Do you have any purple jelly beans? I jumped to my feet. It was his lucky day. I just happened to have 2 purple jelly beans in my jean pocket. They were a little smushed, but we each ate 1 anyway. I told the cat my name was Jackson. He said, yes, of course it is. I asked him what his name was. He asked what did I want his name to be. It was a surprising question, but I had already figured out he was a surprising guy. I thought for a while, this is a big decision. People care a lot about names. Just like Red in Wish Tree, we've learned how they all name theirs. I didn't hear anyone say why their name is the way it is, so shoot me an email. Let me know why you are named the way you are. Finally, I said, Crenshaw would be a good name for a cat, I think. He didn't smile, because cats don't smile. But I could tell he was pleased. Crenshaw it is, he said. Chapter 6. I don't know where I got the name Crenshaw. No one in my family has ever known a Crenshaw. We don't have any Crenshaw relatives or Crenshaw families or friends or Crenshaw teachers. I'd never been to Crenshaw, Mississippi or Crenshaw, Pennsylvania or Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles. I'd never read a book about a Crenshaw or seen a TV show with a Crenshaw in it. Somehow, Crenshaw just seemed right. Everybody in my family was named after somebody or something else. My dad was named after his grandpa. My mom was named after her aunt. My sister and I weren't even named after people. We were named after guitars. I was named after my dad's guitar. It was designed by a manufacturer called Jackson. My sister was named after the company that made my mom's guitar. My parents used to be musicians. Starving musicians is what my mom calls it. After I was born, they stopped being musicians and became normal people. Since they'd run out of instruments, my parents named their dog after a famous singer called Aretha Franklin. That was after Robin wanted to name her Fairy Princess Cutie Pie. And I wanted to call her Dog. Makes sense because he likes facts. This is a dog, we can name a dog. At least our middle names came from people and not instruments. Orson and Marybelle were my dad's uncle and my mom's great-grandma. Those folks are dead, so I don't know if they're good names or not. Dad says his uncle was a charming curmudgeon. Charming curmudgeon. Those two don't really go to sound together. Charming usually means like nice, delightful, happy. Curmudgeon is kind of the opposite of that. Aren't they kind of like sourpuss and kind of angry, mean people? So that's weird. I'm going to keep reading and see what they say. Dad says his uncle was a charming curmudgeon, which I think means grumpy with some niceness thrown in. Honestly, another middle name might have been better. A brand new one. One that wasn't already used up. Maybe that's why I like the name Crenshaw. It felt like a blank piece of paper before you draw on it. It was an anything is possible kind of name. Chapter 7. I don't exactly remember how I felt about Crenshaw the day we met. It was long ago. I don't remember lots of stuff about what happened when I was younger. I don't remember being born, or learning to walk, or wearing diapers, which is probably not something you want to remember anyways. Memory is weird. I remember getting lost at the grocery store when I was 4. But I don't remember getting found by my mom and dad, who were yelling and crying at the same time. I only know that part because they told me about it. I remember when my little sister first came home, but I don't remember trying to put her in a box so we could mail her back to the hospital. My parents enjoy telling me that story. I'm not even sure why Crenshaw was a cat and not a dog or an alligator or a Tyrannosaurus Rex with 3 heads. When I try to remember my whole entire life, it feels like a Lego project where you're missing some of the important pieces, like a robot minifigure or a monster truck wheel. You do your best you can to put things together, but you know it's not quite like the picture on the box. It seems like I should have thought to myself, wow, a cat is talking to me. And that is not something that usually happens at a highway rest stop. But all I remember thinking is how great it was to have a friend who liked purple jelly beans as much as I did. We'll read chapter 8 tomorrow. I hope everyone has a great day. Miss you all. Love. I'm out.